We just found out how your favorite supermarket uses psychological tricks to manipulate you.
Consumers are definitely being ripped off.
And so you're about to hear 6 hidden ways grocery stores scam you. And stay tuned, because you're about to find out a unique knowledge of what is a scientifically proven optimal time you should stay the longest when you go shopping in the supermarket. Because really, who hasn't experienced going to store for a one item and then walking out with like 10? That's because right from the start, number 1, the entrance is meant to fool you with smells. When you enter, they often place a bakery so you can feel hungry with the mouth-watering smells of freshly baked bread, coffee, or roasted chicken. And you know what happens when you're hungry? You tend to spend more money at the store because your brain thinks that you should pick up more foods.
Muffins, they make donuts.
Some supermarkets even go as far as installing scent machines to manufacture these smells.
The fragrance come out this way, and we connect this into the air conditioning duct.
And yes, if your store doesn't have a bakery, it will definitely have a fresh produce or flowers section at the opening to give you the illusion of healthiness. Now, guard your eyes and ears, because number 2, even the shelves, cards, and music are out to trap you. Pro tip if you want to save some money: never look at the eye-level middle shelves at the supermarkets, because grocers put the most expensive products here, knowing it's the first shelf you'll see. Instead, look at the bottom or top shelves where they usually put the cheaper items. And guard your kids too, because they apply the same clever trick to the kids, putting expensive kid-friendly items at the eye level of children.
No candy. You're not getting any candy.
I'm not.
No, don't touch.
Now, do you hear that? That is the sound of slow, soothing music that supermarkets often play. Will make you more calm and therefore walk slower inside their stores to keep buying more. And finally, just notice how huge your cart is, because researchers found that people who used bigger carts ended up spending 40% more on products.
Hey,
Huh? What? No, what?
no, that's enough. No.
Number 3. Supermarkets are engineered like a maze to confuse you. Have you noticed how the entrance is always so far from the exit? It forces you to check out a big basket of items along the way, even when you only planned to get a few. That explains why an estimated 51% of items purchased at grocery stores are unplanned. And you know those shelves at the end of every aisle? Those are called end caps, the most sought after space at the market, that brands even spend millions just to get featured in them, because they are strategically placed like a finish line after a long walk. Products placed there can get purchased up to 8 times more than regular items. And the scheme to inconvenience you continues, with supermarkets placing the most essential goods, like dairy and eggs, all the way at the back. That's why all the way up to the checkout counters, you'll also be trapped with narrow lanes, making it difficult for you to get out of checkout and think twice about your purchase. And we all know about these little counters near the cashier, full of candies, chewing gum, sodas, items you'd most likely be tempted to add to your cart by impulse.
No candy. Come on. We gotta get some French bread.
Number 4. Fake products sold at a higher price. Be careful about buying seafood too, because some stores will sell packaged fillets claiming it's some high-quality white fish, but instead replace it with a cheaper kind without you noticing.
Consumers are definitely being ripped off.
Out of the 153 samples tested, more than 1/5 were mislabeled.
As much as 75% of honey sold at stores reportedly don't contain pollen, and so aren't actually honey.
It's gonna be fake, 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 and you don't want that kind of stuff in your bodies.
And the expensive olive oil you last bought was also very likely partly a fraud, because as much as 80% of Italian olive oil marketed as extra virgin is actually mixed with other oil.
It's made with olives that are rancid or moldy, but they process and refine the oil in the olive so much you can't smell or detect it.
And as for many other organic products, in 2017 a report revealed that a 36 million ton shipment of soybeans was suddenly labeled organic when really they were in fact full of pesticides and chemicals. Number 5. Some stores cheat through their product labels and packaging. So-called cage-free eggs might just be eggs raised in factories but are tagged like this so they can be sold at higher price. Some stores label packaged meat to be heavier than they are because they include the weight of the packaging or add ice, and others spray water on their fresh produce not only to make it look like it's freshly picked, but because that water adds to its weight and price.
Well, these don't actually keep veggies fresh. In fact, wet vegetables rot faster.
Number 6. Beware of loyalty cards. Of course, they can get you a good deal down the line, but do you realize that in exchange for the bonus points, your supermarket gets access to your private data? And suddenly, this big company now has all the information of your habits and what you eat every week and what you spend your money on. Literally, the perfect set of information that allows them to specifically market products that will attract you the most. Now, as we promised earlier, can you guess what is the optimal time to spend inside a supermarket so that you don't fall for their psychological trick? Is it around A, 20 minutes, B, 30 minutes, or C, 1 hour? Yes, science says that after 23 minutes in the supermarket, people start to make more irrational choices with the emotional part of their brain. Even worse, after 40 minutes, the brain of the shopper effectively shuts down when it comes to making logical decisions. So, not fun? Now that we know all of this about our favorite supermarkets, remember that you can always outsmart them and be confident that your money goes to things that actually do you good.